Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Duggan and we are back in Minecraft today, pushing to finish the West Hill build. We're working along the Spruce River, we're doing some landscaping. We're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. Although at the end of the stream yesterday, we made a leap into the Bedrock beta and preview because Mojang put out the new shelf block on Tuesday. And so yesterday we popped into the beta and preview to mess around with that in creative mode. I didn't really do much in terms of the redstone and the functionality. Most of what I was doing was like quickly exploring the different textures, what I thought off the top of my head that it could be used for, and we had a lot of fun. I think that it's got some potential, especially because the shelf has got two sides, and there is a VOD on YouTube. So what I did was at the end of the stream, I took that hour or so in Bedrock and I put it out into a separate video. I'll throw that here in the live chat for anybody that's live here on Twitch. But if you're watching this later, you're probably already on Duggan VODs on YouTube. You can just look for the Bedrock shelf video and check it out. The thumbnail is just like a bunch of the shelves all stacked on top of one another. And we had a good time. I think I was able to discern more about the texture and what I might want to do with it when we turned off vibrant visuals, because the vibrant visuals were taking some of the textures and making them very bright. Specifically the acacia shelf, I feel, is more of a rusty color. And it's very bright orange in vibrant visuals, as are most red things in vibrant visuals, or warm colors like yellows and oranges and reds. Anyway, I thought that that could actually be used as like an I-beam, like a modern construction steel beam, and if you put them back to back. So that was better illustrated when we turned off vibrant visuals. So if you want to check that out, that's over on Duggan VODs on YouTube. We're just going to jump right in to Minecraft here because we need to get going, and I really want to try and finish this Spruce River as soon as I can. So hopefully things will go smoothly. It's a little slow in terms of the back and forth, but I feel like we are making progress like steadily. It's just a matter of like, can I get it all done in the time frame that I want? We are going to sleep. SweetSandi, Bali, hello. Jan, good to see you. Okay, so inventory is probably full of stuff that we had from yesterday, and that's fine. Yeah, I mean, we don't need all of this, but we'll go over and assess things that we need. It might be worth actually moving this shulker box setup a little bit further down the road. We're kind of rounding the corner here, and it might be worth it to move it a little bit closer to where we're working. So we left off yesterday about here, starting to loosely change the landscape as we go around the corner. And the thing that we finished yesterday was the custom tree and bush at the end of this pathway and all of this. So all this was done. Now, one thing I didn't do at the end of the stream yesterday is I didn't back up to where we come into the valley and see whether this has made much of a difference. I'm not sure how much of you can see from up high, but we'll give it a go. I also just really like this path. I need to repair my elytra today too. I think we're about halfway down, so I might want to go do that before too long. Yeah, I mean, even just that single tree really does help. I'm also seeing some spots where we've missed some bone meal. And having a couple of extra trees in here works good. I might want to put some leaves on that tree. I think that's a naturally spawning spruce tree, but it's missing some leaves. Do I have leaves on me? I do, yeah. So we'll fill in those gaps and we'll put some leaves on there. I find that just a day away does a great deal for like being able to spot the things that you want to fix. It's funny, Sandy, it is less mint green, but we haven't done that much to it. Like, we've just added a couple of spruce trees, and that seems to be about it. Yeah, it blends in a lot nicer now. I think the fact that these trees have been brought down, like the tree line got brought down to like kind of overlap with the closer trees, I think helps a lot too. And you can see the difference. Like, you can sit here and go like, this looks like a lush forest, and this looks like Minecraft blocks, you know, right? Like, I feel like It's going to be interesting when we get around to here. This is going to be hard. There's a lot of ground left to cover, but we'll get there eventually. I've been thinking about potentially doing like a super long day, like some, not a streamathon, but just like logging. I only ever stream for 2, maybe 3 hours, but if I took regular breaks, I could probably stream for 6 or 8, and we could probably get an absolute ton done. I might actually stop the stream a couple times just to have like separate VODs, like to only have like 2-hour VOD videos. That might be the best thing to do. But yeah, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to empty the inventory. We're probably due for a good inventory reset anyway. But I need to move these shulker boxes a lot closer to where we're working. I feel like that would be a better use of the setup. Oh, we need more spruce leaves. Where did I think I feel like I stored spruce leaves somewhere. Unless I turned them all into bone meal. We could probably empty some of this grass too. We might need to do that. Something I did not test yesterday when we were messing around with the Bedrock beta and preview, and I'm wondering if anybody in the chat can confirm, can you put shulker boxes that have contents in the shelf? Because that would have been the thing to test. I feel like I was kind of rushing through my test yesterday, and I really didn't give it a ton of time. I would imagine you can. I haven't finished. Is this in the book? I don't know if I've got this in the book. Spruce River banks, West River banks. Not. Fish. Cabin. I feel like I'll remember what that is. This just obviously is unfinished. That actually might be where we set up our shulker boxes conveniently. It's very close. We can probably do it without destroying too much. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. We didn't do any of the trunk replacements on the other trees the other day either. SweetSandi, thanks for being awesome. Sorry, just dealing with a little bit of chat kerfuffle. All right, I need probably just what I should do is probably take these and empty them right now, best I can. Give myself a little bit more room. You watch the dog for 2 minutes and chat goes south. Yeah, isn't that the truth? There's been some changes too with Twitch. Like I clicked ban because like immediately there was no question, but then like Twitch wanted me to confirm and give a reason, and I'm just like, no, just ban. Like just I'm streaming. I just one click is all I need. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got room here. Very dark in here with shaders on. I think that's all full now. I wish there was something more we could do with dirt. I mean, I need to make some more coarse dirt, so that's fine. But like, I wish there was more we could do with dirt. You end up with so much dirt and grass. I feel like it would be nice if Mojang had other crafting recipes that you could make. Eclipse, hello. How's it going? Bally, it's like the bots know when you're not paying attention. Yeah. I'm sure that some of the bots will target smaller chat rooms or chat rooms that don't have a certain number of moderators present. Like that has to be a thing. Could also be like time of day, you know, when there's not a lot of Twitch activity. They think people won't notice. What's really odd is that like that bot just followed me, and had they started with that, had the bot started with following me, I probably would have said hello. Like I would have said like, hey, insert username here. How's it going? And then we would have just been like, oh, well, you're not a real person. Bye-bye. Whoops. I think I'm going to need some stone. Don't know about anything else right now. Probably some andesite too. So what we were doing was hacking at this corner and trying to make sure that we can get it to look the way that we want. And I think I want to keep some of what's behind there. Oh, I should get some coarse dirt slabs too. This is going to be way more convenient than flying way over to the other side. Ah, thanks, Sandy. Appreciate that. So for anybody that's, I mean, chances are the 8 people that are here are probably subbed. I apologize if you're not. I'm going to run a quick ad block, and that will remove ads for everybody for the next hour. And so just hang tight. Thanks, Cindy. I must have, I was too busy trying to publish the Bedrock video just before I went live, and I must have missed it. Cherry Blossom, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, so I think we're going to take out this grass here. I think we're going to put it back here. I feel like that looks like a decent cliff. We'll obviously refine it, but the next thing I want to do is focus on the dirt. And if I can get the dirt a little bit lower. And then if I can just come here to the corner and make everything just a single, I think that should be okay. Whoops. Now, does that need to be stone? I feel like we could probably start going up by 2 at that height. But we might be able to get away with stone here. At least for part of it. And then from here we can go back to being nice green grass. I think just this side will take a little bit more sculpting, but other than that, I think we're okay. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I feel like once that's covered in green, should be okay. Whoops, not that. Okay. So now we can go back here and start to maybe shape some of this to be a little bit nicer. Also need to connect this to the next feature. I feel like that's the best way to approach this kind of thing, is that when you have something that grabs your eye, like there was some natural stone here. So I leaned into it and created this cliff. We're going to refine it, but it's better to kind of grab that feature and tweak it and then go back and kind of blend what you've done already and have this area here just be like a transition. And really, this is not going to be too hard. I think we just have to take out some of the spots where there's just too much ground. And as we discovered, as long as it's not more than 2, we should be okay. Oh, wait a minute. Much more convenient than in front of the potato farm. So has anybody in the chat messed with the new shells? Have you discovered anything new and cool? I forgot to look at the Spawn Chunks Discord before I started today. I should check to see if anybody's posted anything new. Ethan Gamer, nice. What have you been messing with? Like, what do you find that they're useful for? Probably leave that like that. I didn't bring the logs. I'm going to need more than... That's dark oak. Hold on. Dark oak. I want 14. Ooh, the elytra are really low. We might have to go sooner than later. Ethan says, I like the hotbar swapping, especially for mining. It takes me ages to get all the stuff that I need. Cool. So like what are you swapping out? like pickaxes and stuff, or you're swapping out actual items. Did you try shulker box? We haven't confirmed this yet, but I'm curious to know what happens with the shulker box. We're gonna have to add more leaves to this tree, I'm sure of it. I think that takes care of all of the landscaping. Oh, no, not quite. This dip is going to have to be a little bit wider. There, nothing in there is more than 2 blocks. Make sure that it looks okay from down here. Actually, it almost looks more interesting. Nice. So now I'll just start working along here. Whoops. I guess we need a bucket too. I think that's all okay. That looks good. And then we'll bring this down as well. Nope. The switching hotbar looks useful. Yeah, I think the way that they've done it makes sense in terms of the hotbar. I don't know. For me personally, I'm not sure how well it's gonna go, but I think for the majority of players, the majority of players are not endgame players. Like most people that we seem to hear back from on the Spun Chunks are people that restart their game often. That goes to there. I feel like I'll need to build this up in the back. Yep. That's a bit steep. And this could be a little longer maybe. And then the top of it needs to be shaped up. And this is where a stair might come in handy. Retro, hello, hello. Good to see you. I feel like that's all right. Nope, not quite. Lots of pickaxes and torches is very helpful in a preview test world currently. Right on. Yeah, it's something that you'd have access to right away. So if you're playing survival, like as soon as you can make an axe and strip a log, like you've got access to shells, which is something that I didn't really consider yesterday. So usually what I'm trying to do when I'm doing this is I'm trying to separate the slices. So like each slice has its own shape. Although I think I need to cut this one down a little bit more. Sometimes it just feels like it sticks out too much, you know? That's a little bit better. I like this little piece here. Make it more interesting by using slabs, though. I don't normally do a slice that's too thick, so that works though. Maybe we can get away with putting a stair here, but facing the other way. Oh no, I can't. That's on the wrong Y value. That might work. Yeah, that passes all the tests. Keep on running into these vertices problem. I guess I should put it sideways. Oh, then I have that problem. That's less of an issue than the other way around, so we'll leave it like that. Now this big part, I'm gonna have to do something else with. I'd like it to echo what's happening here. Now we know these can be at least 2 blocks tall in places where we want them to be or need them to be. And that was already meant to be a cliff. Yes. I feel like we can probably take out a chunk of this. Easy enough. This keeps on getting pushed back at the top. All right, let's back up and see how we're doing. Again, not bad. Once we get it covered in grass, it should be better. Cool. I feel like some of this can be grass. I might want to come back and work in some andesite as well. For now, though, we're just gonna work on the shape. Oops. Mixed FR, thanks very much for the follow. Welcome in. How'd you find the stream? So the cool part here is that you have a bit of a reveal with the orchard trees slowly moving out of the way until you see that. So that's pretty good. This part is a little bit boring. So I'd like to take this a little bit lower. This rock is kind of part of everything though. Don't mind having that like that. That looks all right. And I don't mind having this part in the back, so maybe we'll just take some of this out here. I find the stairs are a really good way to use for like an edge. This might be a little bit too big. I think it needs to be smaller, flatter. That should work. I think this side is okay now, but I need to work on this side. Leckerin, don't know how to pronounce the rest of it, but welcome in. From Doom Scrolling, well, welcome in. Mixed Fire. Oh, thanks. Lots of practice. We've been in this area for 4+ years, so easy to get there. I mean, I guess you all been looking at this. All the 4 or 5 new people that have just come in have been looking at this, but I don't know if you've seen the rest, right? Like there's more going on. I've not been building cliffs for 4 years. Yeah. I love the response in chat. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, all the VODs, thanks Sandy. There's a link in chat. All the VODs are on YouTube. So if you're curious about any one particular thing, you can go and check out the VODs on YouTube. They're usually pretty well labeled. They're well named, you know, Bee Farm, parts 1, 2, 3, 4, that kind of thing. All right, I think I just need to create an edge on this part, and we should be good. almost an hour. Maybe take a little detour over the city. Yeah, that's a good idea. What I should do is I should go and repair my elytra. So we'll go and conveniently see if there's anything I need to repair. And we'll take a little stroll before I take a break. Yeah, obviously that side is going to need some work, but we're not there yet. We're focusing mostly on this. But I feel like outside of that tree and the other things we said we needed to do over here, we're getting there. Yeah, I'll walk back to the keep and see what I might need for material. I think we're okay. I could probably empty this too. Grass. Don't need to empty everything. Leave the andesite. All right, let's pick this up. Gravel. I need to check carrots and gunpowder. Bring that with me. Feel like soul soil was something we need. Need to figure out where the best place to get that's going to be. You make soul soil. You can make soul soil with campfires, can you not? All of this looks okay. Our copper's low, but we knew that. We're not using it right now. Good for moss. I know we're good for grass and dirt. What did I do with... I put the coarse dirt in here. I was like, didn't I just make coarse dirt a minute ago? We're okay in here. I know we're good for stone and andesite. Cobble. Tough. Probably gonna need more grass and more ferns. Oh, it's getting close to dark. Hold on. Ethan says, looks very impressive. I've tried to do something in my own world, but can't stay on one project more than 2 months. I'm a bit of a completionist, so I can kind of focus in on some things. Not that I haven't taken breaks. I did the moss farm, redid the iron farm. I think there was like a copper and a geode farm. Whenever something cool happened in Minecraft, like a new release, I was like, I need to go like explore this and have some fun with it. And I would take a couple months and just like, you know, not really do much around West Hill. But then other times you get really into it and you start building a road, or you start building something else, and you're like, oh yeah, I can totally do this. I guess I should probably bring my Energist with me. My problem has been actually like not letting scope creep become a problem, right? A soul campfire always drops soul soil. If you make the soul campfire with soul sand, you get the soul soil back, right? And I need sticks and coal for that. But then I have to make... Does it drop 1? Shaders look amazing as well. Thanks. These are complimentary reimagined 5.5.1. Yep. The black one in the middle. You get 1. Yeah, if I'm going to go to the nether to repair my elytra anyway, I might as well look for a soul sand valley. I don't know where we have soul sand valleys that are new, though. We might have to travel up towards the mangrove swamp. I don't know. Yeah, sticks and logs. I mean, okay, so it's renewable, but it's just renewable manually. I don't need a ton of it, but it would be nice to get a stack, which might be faster if I fly to a biome. Getting a group of people together is good too, especially if you all kind of have a similar build style and vision for things. Okay, we're okay there. Don't need birch. If I go to the mangrove swamp, it might be worth bringing back a couple of those. We're okay for mud. Oh, I need to empty this. That's a lot of flowers, my gosh. I don't think I need more than 3 stacks of poppies. I think we're probably good on everything else. Louise, thanks very much for the raid. Tad and Flora are here to say hello. They are leaping into your stream with boba. Oh, nice. Those are cute emojis. Slowree, hello. How's it going? Louise was playing Minecraft. What were you doing in Minecraft, Louise? Thanks very much for the raid. Saw the medieval town and wanted to check it out. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Thanks very much. We're just about to walk around. We need to go to the Nether and repair the elytra, and we're gonna take a stroll through the city as we do that. There's a sugarcane. I think that's all I need. Is there anything else that needs repair? That pickaxe looks low. There's no mending on it, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's do that. I think we're good. Sand, ink. Nope. There we go. Ink was over here. Somewhere. That one. Coal. The ink is full? The ink is full. The dye is not, though. Sand. Alright, you're empty. Good stuff. So we're in the basement of my keep, and this has been my staging area for the longest time, for like 4 years as I was building this. So folks that are just coming in with a raid, you've got great timing. We're just going to take a little bit of a walk around the server as I go repair my elytra. If you're new and you've never heard of me, my name is Joel Duggan, and I do a podcast called The Spawn Chunks with Pixel Riffs. It's a weekly Minecraft news show. You can find it on your favorite podcasting app, and it's all free. And this is Westhill. This is my kingdom that I've been building for 4.5 years on the Citadel server. And this is the keep. We're not going to do a full tour, but I'll just walk out slowly so y'all can see everything. It's a rather large town. I'll get up high so people can see what's going on in a second here. But it's pretty deep after several years of working on this. It's been a lot of fun. And we're really close to finishing, actually. We're working on some of the final landscaping out in the farm valley. And Louise says we were making a Jaffa Cake factory. Loads of crate mods and other fun bits. Just Jaffa Cakes are sort of confectionery in the UK. Ah, cool. Yeah, I know what a Jaffa Cake is. Cool. That's awesome. Very Yogscast inspired. Cool. What is the world? So this is Westhill. That's the main gate, and that's the town, everything inside the wall. And that's the mountain that gave the town its name. And we've got some other things on the outskirts, like a graveyard and an inn. And then as we turn around this way, we've got a swamp and then all the farms decorating through the valley. And so the edge of the build is kind of like along here. And then along this river is the edge. And that's what we've been working on. You can see all this custom foliage that we've been doing on the edge. That's what we've been working on for the last couple streams. Waterfall's not finished, but everything else is coming along nicely. Been watching more of your other streams in the past, and I have a question. When you're done, will there be a world download? No, I don't do the whole world download thing. For starters, this isn't my world. It's a server, so there's other people involved. I've got 4 or 5 other regular server mates. This is my area, but there's the whole thing it's got a lot of other people involved. There's a couple of tours. I'm going to be doing a tour of the area. Like when we finish the whole thing, I'm going to invite some people onto the server and we're going to walk around and stream it. And so there'll be a video tour. But no world download. I am rebooting my patron server, so there's going to be a new patron server starting up the 1st of August, which I have to get on top of that. And that's going to be something where people can come on and explore. I'm not going to play on it. Like it's just for the community. I'll be an admin just by default, but I don't have the time to play on it. But you might, if you're looking for a world to explore with people, then that might be one way to go. Yeah, the new patron server is not going to be called Infinity Cove. Infinity Cove was its own thing. That's pretty much wrapped up now after 6 years, I want to say. But the new one will be a vanilla server that's going to be up to date with the new drops. And I'm not sure how long the world will last. That will be up to the people that play on it. I'm not going to put any kind of mandate. We might kind of do a survey for the people that are interested. And also for people that are new to the channel right now, I have, we've got some command blocks. So there are some locations like this fort that are like an arrival area for the medieval zone. So when people come to the medieval area, they arrive here and then they can kind of go off in any direction they want and build any kind of medieval thing that they want. And what we do, we have different zones because that way your skyscraper and your modern city isn't like in the backdrop of someone's wizard tower. So they're about 10,000 blocks away. And so we've got these little kind of like invented portals that take us around. Unfortunately, mixed that's how it has to be for the server. It keeps the server easily maintainable and honest and all that kind of stuff. All right, we need mangrove. I guess I'll refill my I probably could have done the rockets back at the keep. I feel like we've got carrots and rockets, so it's gold mostly. So I'll do the, I need to take a break, so I'm going to go to the gold farm. So one of the things we decided to do on the server is not build on the nether roof. So our donut gold farm is in the middle of a very large lava lake to help keep the spawns up. And so everything is under the lava lake as far as the guts of it go. And now that I think about it, I should probably turn my sound down, because this can be loud. Mix, yeah, it's US dollars on the Patreon page, which is just patreon.com/JoelDuggan. That's the Discord access. I want to say the server access is at the moment it's 10. I don't see that changing. All right, elytra need to be repaired, as do other pickaxes and shovels and things. And if I put that there, oh, I need a sword. That's what I want. Cool. All right. I take a break once an hour, folks. It gives me a chance to refresh my coffee, grab a stretch. Maybe you could too. Don't sit in front of the computer too long. Make sure you give your eyeballs a break. Maybe even let a friend know that you're hanging out here on my channel. I would really appreciate it. We'll be back in like 5 or 6 minutes. All right. Seems like a good chance to walk away. Looks like most things have been repaired. I should probably get in here, put that away, and move that. Elytra and most things are done, so that's good. Put you in there. I don't remember which one is my proper shovel. Efficiency 4, silk touch. I think they're the same. Yeah, okay. I'll put that one away. And we'll get our gold and get out of here. Still got stuff in there. Nice. Not that. I want this one. Sweet. Okay. Mikatu, hello, hello. Mr. Dangly Legs, welcome in. I'm not sure if I said hi to you before I went on a break. And Mixed, if you are watching this later, thanks for stopping by. It's great chatting with you. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Blast Jordan, hello. Alright, so now we need to look for a Soul Sand Valley to get some soul soil. I want to say there's one up this way. I think north is probably our best bet. Four days from presenting my thesis. Wow, that's awesome. Incredibly busy, I imagine. Yeah, things are good. The weather's been beautiful this week. It's been great streaming at 10 a.m. because I'm done by 12:30, 1 o'clock. Grab lunch, and then I was outside most of yesterday. I was running errands and went to the gym, and it was conveniently my errands took me kind of like towards the gym, but not really. But there was a lake trail. Instead of walking through the city, I was able to walk along the lake to go to the gym, that was cool. All right, Soul Sand Valley. I want to say it's this way. Hard to spot with shaders. There's a basalt delta. That is a lot of lava. Holy crap. That looks like a froglight farm, I would say. So we're obviously still in a basalt delta. This goes all the way to the mangrove swamp. And this stays inside. This is a tunnel. Where would be Soul Sand Valley from here? Yeah, the glass is really cool. I agree. Oh, I gotta be careful here. We're not getting the full render. That's not good. More basalt delta. I'm not going to spend a ton of time looking for a Soul Sand Valley. Oh, there's a different biome at least. Couple different biomes. Nether fortress that I didn't know was here. That's good to know. I didn't know that these had different sound effects. This is a huge Nether wastes as well. I feel like the sky color goes blue in the Soul Sand Valley. I am not seeing it. Our nether is rough. It's hard to get around in. It's not the nicest. Oh. We find it? Maybe we found it. What was that? Yay. Now we just need to find soul soil. I feel like you should be able to make soul soil out of soul sand. That would be better. Oh, here it is here. Sweet. Don't have any torches with me. Maybe I should just... Nope, wrong one. A little bit better. I think a couple stacks should be enough. I don't really need to push my luck. That's fine. Keep it simple. And now, I guess we just have to go roughly back the way we came. This was not the way. Whoop. Pretty sure we have to head back towards like 0, 0. I'm gonna go in the wrong direction that way. If I can see a road, we know we're going the right way. You forget, after the Nether update, how hard it is to see in here. Oh, civilization. feel like I know where I am. I think I can probably pop in here. I think I want to go this way. Yes. This is not my tunnel. I want to say this is Alistair's. Or maybe Cosmic. I don't know. Missed if you responded, but if you need more mangrove, take what you need from my storage. Oh, thanks very much, Cosmic. Yeah, I will keep that in mind. Also, hi. How's it going? Yes, I believe we are south. Uh-oh. Coral Reef. Or, no, I want to go this way. He's a long tunnel. I think I remember this. Huzzah! I know where I am. Perfect. Now we're back on things that I built, and that I'm pretty good at remembering where I am. Sandy, I thought I made it clear what I thought about you flying in the Nether. You did. And I chose to ignore it. I'm good like that. Ask Cosmic about jumping off of buildings in the modern city when I was building that. I received lots of advice, and I chose not to heed it. I'm not sure if, I mean, you can sort of see it from here, but so Steven has built a stair monument on the server over there, obviously still in construction. And the other places you can see on the map, if we go back over here, here's where it all started. That's like Spawn Town and all the basic areas, and then Cosmic's areas down here. And then the medieval area is way over here. So that's why we're using a teleport to go back and forth. And because they're so far apart, there's just no chance of people's builds overlapping, which is great. I mean, unless they're building in a medieval style, at which point they can come out here and build. Was Mattcast? Oh, cool. I haven't seen Mattcast on the server in a while. His birthday is coming up, Cosmic. I'm not sure if you have it written down. I can. I won't talk about it here live, but I'll send you a DM if you want. Oh, you're on mobile, hence the delay. Yeah, the delay on mobile on Twitch is about 6 years. Agreed. Oh. Shaders are back. Awesome. It was just a little bit dark in the Nether. I really hope they tweak vibrant visuals. When I was on Bedrock the other day, vibrant visuals were pretty bad. They don't look like this at all. It's really garish, and if that's how they end up being on Java, I can't see myself using them. I mean, I don't envy Mojang trying to make such a subjective change to the game, but like, I feel like as an artist and someone that works in media, that like there needs to be some adjustments, even to get back to like a baseline of what people might find enjoyable. You know, might as well go put some of this stuff away, and I'm gonna make myself some more rockets and some more golden carrots. Thanks again for all the folks that came in with the Louise raid. I really appreciate y'all sticking around. For folks in my chat, it's LOOUEEZ. Or if you're watching this later on YouTube, you want to go check out what they were doing. It was a create mod playthrough, and they were working on a Jaffa Cake factory. It sounded fun. And there was a shout out from SweetSandi in chat when they first raided too, but yeah, welcome into all the folks that are sticking around. Appreciate it. Always nice when a raid comes in and people stick around to hang out and chat. All right, that's empty. I want to refill this with a double. That's restocked. Excellent. That can go back in there. Mangrove, I didn't end up stopping at Cosmics, and that's fine. I don't necessarily need mangrove right now. That was more of a gag. That TikTok has got like nearly 9,000 views of me stealing some mangrove from Cosmic. I don't know why. I don't know why it clicked with so many people, but it absolutely did. Oh, I've got paper already built. Crafted. Sweet. That's that done. Oh, no, I need carrots. Don't know how much gold I actually have here. Not a heck of a lot. That's right. It's a bit of a restock. I'm okay with that. Grab that. Sounds like it's raining. Joy. Vibrant Visuals is more for Bedrock, you think, since they can't get shaders? Oh, Vibrant Visuals is coming to Java, 100%. They've said that. I don't know when. SweetSandi says, I love the sneaky humor of the clip. You don't see this. I'm not doing this. It's a good Jedi mind trick, right? You didn't see anything. Burninator, your wife has really been enjoying the vibrant visuals. Interesting. What platform? I mean, obviously Bedrock, but like Xbox, mobile, PC? They don't find them too bright? Xbox. Yeah. I'm on a Series X on Xbox. I did a little bit of a test for the show, and I found that it looked okay, but then the shadows in the desert were like bright blue, which was weird. Oh yeah, I think the change overall is meant to try to bring Minecraft into a more modern feel. Like, I would not be surprised if Minecraft is seeing a lot of players playing more modern looking crafting and sandbox games like Roblox and stuff like that. I'm sure it's more of a move towards towards that kind of a thing. I guess I have to start putting that in here. We can probably start putting in some grass now. All right, I have it here. Try a little custom piece along here. I don't think I want... I guess we could put some reeds there. That would be pretty cool. Oh, I didn't bring the sugarcane. I guess I should go get that other shulker box. That's right. I don't really want to do much building while it's raining and I can't sleep just yet, so this will work out. I need that one. Sugarcane. A little bit of string. And I remember I needed the bucket for something else too. There was a slab that wasn't waterlogged over here somewhere. I think it was by the tree. Yep. I forgot I put the fireflies there. So this has been successful in other parts of the river, and that feels like a nice calm area. So I feel like it might be worth it to try and put in some sugarcane here. Do I have bone meal? I do. Sweet. Oh, not that. I want regular grass, I think. And then we got to keep it all from growing. I always forget that you can't stand on top of sugarcane. Let's see how that looks. Too big, too small, too dense. I think the back sugarcane needs to move. It's not terrible. I need to go look at the other one. I was a little bit more sparse with it. Although that's pretty dense over here. It's funny, by the time I'm finished with this place and I can make some really cool like video passes of it, I'm not going to be working here anymore. You know? I'll be on to something else. Yeah, I think that looks okay. I should probably grab some other blocks, which I don't have room for. I guess I can put the andesite away for now. Try to rough this up a little bit too. Do a little soil. This is why I wanted the soil. I feel like I can probably swap this out. And maybe I'll put this bush on coarse dirt as well. I feel like I want to have more ferns. So let's change this one to a fern. Whoops. That looks pretty good. So again, like I'm just laying out some small key features like that. And then, you know, we worked on the cliff, and now that we've got this, filling this in becomes a lot easier when you've got two things that you've custom built. And this is going to be a little bit more, not random, but just like a little bit more basic Minecraft, you know, blocks and ferns and things. So here what I like to do is just kind of bounce up with enough of these. That's going to make sense. Probably better to just use bone meal for this anyway. Oops. Now we just hit everything with bone meal and we should do good. I don't know whether I want the grass up here to be super tall or not. On the very, very top. No red flowers, that's for sure. All right, I think I got everything. Almost. We'll sleep and then see what that looks like. Bally, thanks very much for being here. Have a good dinner. We'll see you later. Burninator, the magic of time zones. Actually, because of the spawn chunks and the time of day that I stream, I tend to have a lot of European watchers. Watchers? Viewers? It's a good thing I don't talk for a living. It's dinner time for somebody somewhere all the time. Chatters? Viewers is probably better. The Wormbow went right to the Marvel reference. Nice. Well played. Yeah, missed a couple, but I think that looks really good. I am out of bone meal. Can probably ditch this now. I don't think we're going to need more of that at the moment. Music for gaming, thanks, yeah. Stalkers. I've had that too. Okay. I shouldn't say that. I use that term in jest. Not to diminish anybody that really has had a problem with people doing creepy and illegal things. I have not. There's been some digital Velcro viewers, we'll say. All of these need to get hit with bone meal so that they're tall. There's something about the spruce fern situation. Like the spruce tree and the fern look really good together. Oh, that needs to be too tall. Nope. Something here does, though. Miss a spot anywhere? Just a spot there that's... Oh, that's just not bone meal, I think. Yep. I feel like a couple of these could be ferns. Increase some variety. They're a little bit darker as well. Good. I think that's pretty good. We're all the way up to the top. Now I just have to handle that. And I should probably put spruce leaves on that. And I also wanted to... There was a spot I missed somewhere. Saw it from a mile away. I think that's it there. They're harder to see sometimes depending on which angle the sun is shining on. Yeah, there's one there. And I want to say right here. And then there was another tree at the top here. This feels very bare. Oh, I don't have any leaves with me, do I? No. Okay. try to use these other trees as scaffolding. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. Be careful, I don't want to start ripping out the grass by accident. Some cases we might have to take some of it down. That should be good. Definitely looks less bare. So now we'll just do the same thing over this one. I mean, not the exact same thing, but something similar. Now here, because this is something we can view from down here, it might be worth it to put like a couple of extra branches or something on it. Just to add that little extra custom feel. What would feel good for a branch level? Maybe one lower. And that should still give us a chance to put something in here too. Maybe to keep it different from the other one, we'll shave off the top here. Woof. Now I can't see you. And corner piece, end piece, corner piece. That should be it. Oh, no, missed one. I like the branch. The branch looks good. Where did I miss one? Oh, on top, right. Yeah, I like it. I think I might want to make that a little bit smaller. A little distracting. There we go. And I think for a little touch on, oh, not hard to tell that I tweaked that tree. It grew sideways for a couple of years. I think this could use a little fence gate here. So that when you're looking at it from down here, it's got a more interesting silhouette. This does feel a little bit strange. Maybe we need to put a little bit more green on the back of it. Without the actual spruce parts, but maybe like a little... Oh, you know what? I bet you I can put a little fence gate underneath this too. It felt a little bit unbalanced. Yeah, there we go. Easy breezy. Obviously that'll look a lot better when it's got a bunch of this green grass growing up around it as well. Not crazy about that section. I might have to rethink what I'm doing there, but this looks good. I'm happy with that. And I think the last thing I'm going to change here is, I think that because of how close the rocks are to the green grass, I think that this would look good as andesite. I'm going to grab these lower blocks and we're going to switch them out. Sometimes andesite looks good as like a block that it looks like the sun is hitting. So this could be something we could use to our advantage here. Oh, oops. Maybe not the whole thing, but a good part of it. Ooh, that got kind of strangely chunky. Hold on. This going down was not a good idea. It has to go up. And this one has to go down. It's a little bit better. I wonder if a stair could work in here. Not the way that I want it to. little nitpicky things, but if my eye is twitching, it'll be twitching forever. So I think that's probably best. I might be able to get away with putting a slab here as well. Yeah, so far so good. I use half slabs when making paths, but I don't know why I never thought about using them when terraforming. Oh, retro, yeah, they're a really helpful thing. So the thing that I find that slabs do that help me avoid. So here's something I try not to do. These tangent vertices where you've got like 4 or 6 edges of a blocks all coming together like that. I find that for something like this, it tends to not look great. So you can use slabs to like raise and lower the different things. Like, so there's a stair. So like that's a stair. That's a slab. So like you can keep this section separate. So like there's none of the vertices on this side are touching this side. And so I find it just looks a little bit more topographical, I guess. It's not always the case, and sometimes you get to break the rule for it to work. Case in point there. But the thing about here is that you're usually seeing this from above, so this kind of makes sense. This does bug me, but it's not the end of the world. But I find that what I did over here with the andesite, if we back up and take a look, right? So it's not perfect, but I also missed one. There's this tier here, and then that tier there, and they're all separate for the most part. I'm gonna go replace that andesite, that stone, or I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah, very cool. And I also forgot to bone meal one of these ferns. Nice. You have to break the rules sometimes for it to work. Things aren't supposed to be perfect. Yeah, I mean, perfection is the enemy of done, but also I'm trying to remember that this is not like the focus of the area. Like this is a backdrop at best, right? So like for me to spend crazy amount of time, I mean, I'm spending a lot of time getting this right, but that's partly because I want to make content, and so it's easier to do when you've got, you know, a larger task. But at the same time, I've also, you know, kind of set up a mental rule for myself to try to not get too carried away with things, because when I do that, I just end up being on the project forever, and I would rather get this done. I'm really trying to push to finish this over the next couple of weeks anyway. So we got the lower part done, I think. Like, I'm quite happy with all of this in that. Obviously, we need to tweak the textures on the cliff a little bit, but we didn't get up here done, but I got the bottom part here. All of this is done. Got the custom tree done. So next time we'll do more sculpting on the top part, and I'll probably grab like maybe these 2 front pieces and change them into andesite. I've done that before. Not there. Where did I do that before? I think it was over here. Oh, that's the waterfall. Yeah, so like here, sometimes just throwing in some andesite at the bottom, it does a couple of things. It helps separate the layers, but it also kind of looks like the light reflecting off of the rock. and off of the water. So little bits like that tend to help. And this is all shiny because of the waterfall. I really need to figure out how I'm going to fix that. Yeah, this is feeling like a complete biome now. And are we halfway? Maybe. We started there. We've done all the way down to here. I'll come back to that. We've done all the way around to here. Yeah, you know what? We might be, I'll say roughly halfway. 44.3%. Ready to go. Cool. I'm going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. I've got to run because I've got a busy afternoon. But thanks so much for hanging out here, folks. Again, thank you to Louise for the raid. If you have not already in my chat gone to check out what Louise was up to, I would appreciate that you do that because they were kind enough to send their viewers over here. I'm going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Let's just see who's live. We've got Survey Says. Pixorus is playing something else. A couple people playing Grounded. I'm not seeing very many people playing Minecraft. If you have a suggestion, I'd be happy to send you along to one of your favorite Minecrafters. Let me know what's up in chat. In the meantime, I can send you to the Spawn Chunks, which is the podcast I do all about Minecraft. I know I mentioned it quite a bit, but we are trying to grow the listener base. So it's every Monday. It's free. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your stuff. It's also on YouTube as a video version if you want to see screenshots and see Pixorus and I talk back and forth about Minecraft. We're going to be talking about the shelf this coming Monday, so that's going to be a really interesting conversation. I believe that both Pix and I have had some time to play with it in Bedrock. I know he was wanting to do that, so we'll check that out if he's got some streams or some videos out. You can follow me on social media, Joel Duggan, very easy to find. I also have the other podcast I do called the Citadel Cafe, which is all about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. I'm hoping to sit down with Steven this week and talk about Superman. We went to go see that last Tuesday, so we're going to be dedicating an entire episode just to talking about that. And last but not least, the Patreon. If you want to support the channel, it's only $2 a month to join the Discord. There are other tiers if you want to support a little bit of a higher mark. I would very much appreciate any of it. You are the reason I get to do this. It's the reason I get to stream so often. So check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan. We are working on relaunching the Patreon server. And so that's going to be hopefully up and running in August. And so if you are interested in that, then either shoot me a DM on Twitter, or if you're in the Discord already, then either join the conversation about it or shoot me a DM if you've got some questions. So let's pass you along to Joe Hills, who is live playing some Minecraft. I've got a raid and run, but I will see you again tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning for me, Atlantic time. That's 9 a.m. in the Eastern US, or UTC minus 4 hours around the world. And it'll be Lego tomorrow. We're working on the Bumblebee Lego Transformer set, so it'll be fun. I will see you then. Bye for now.